Playing some more normal Sultai Midrange now. This is a list by Aaron Barich. Unplayable Aaron pile. Might not play that many rounds of it. Wanted to try it a bit though. I think it's kind of sweet. I'm not very keen on not having Nissa in the deck, but Vivien is like suddenly pretty decent. See how it plays. I just want to see like what Sultai cards feel good and bad to me, and get a feel for that. What is Contempt doing in the meta? It helps answer Rekindling Phoenix. It's like a big one that it hits. It's like a fair number of Rekindling Phoenixes. Helps answer big Teferis. It's obviously pretty bad against the small planeswalkers, but you're hoping to kill the small planeswalkers with your creatures a lot of the time. I'm going to keep this. If we have a land type in the top two cards, this hand's like really solid. And Guild Gates. I mean, on the draw you just have to keep these sorts of hands. Except that that's what this mana base is like. Yeah, I think up next Cruelty is quite a good card against those sorts of decks, I agree. We do actually have an Obnix's Cruelty in our sideboard. Alright, opponent on a slow start. Obviously, we're on a even slower start. Alright, go to 15. Ooh, I think I just want to cast down the Chain Whirler. And then hopefully draw an untapped land so we can go Walker plus Branchwalker next turn. Interesting. Might take a look at Croaky's list. Alright, if they don't have a Frenzy in hand, we could still stand a chance here. Obviously Frenzy is an issue. Land. What is up today, chat? What is up today? Other than us getting Chain Whirled. Obviously we knew that was coming, but you know, we still have the block. Not much choice in the matter. Should be playing those mono blue cards instead of lame green cards. Yeah, I guess that's what's up. God, this thing is threatening. Guess I'm just running a Branchwalker under the bus. Ooh. They don't have a deal free. This Chain Whirler is going to be nice. If they do, at least we stop an attack and stop a deal free from hitting our face, which is pretty meaningful. Also sets up 3/2 next time, which is a nice use of our mana. Take me hostage, Uwu. You meant to say that to your opponent, but... Aw, awesome. Glad you enjoyed that so much, Eager. Can confirm I enjoyed playing that tournament, unsurprisingly. No! So rude. Alright, huh? Hostage taker could kidnap me any day, ooh. Krasis for 4 seems decent. Doesn't die to a burn spell, blocks the Chain Whirler happily. I don't really care if they bolt it down after we block. Drew our Seekers Squire. All in a good day's seeking. Yike. Wait, we have Ugin in hand. Doesn't even matter. Also could just like... can almost attack it down. Alright, I'm gonna cast my Ugin, kill the Chandra, force some iffy attacks on the Ugin, and then easily win the game next turn. I guess they're gonna draw Experimental Frenzy, because that's how these things go, but you know. This is so upsetting. You have no idea how upsetting this is. Pretty loose play to jinx yourself like that. I mean, you're not wrong. So we die to a burn spell anyway. I guess I just do the completely obvious level 0 blocks. Wow, we untapped. Probably actually gonna win this game now. Maybe. They threw away their Steamkin, like... seems good for us. Oh, I just probably meant to Memorial back a second Wildgrowth Walker. This is bad. Regret. Then I'd even gain more life this turn, yeah. This still seems good. We Vampiric Tutored for our opponent and we still won. It's so strong. Definitely want some more of that. Definitely want this Brontodon. Brontodon seems gas. They could still win that. Yeah, maybe. A little bit of finagling on their part could have got them there. Probably trim a Thought Erasure, not especially on the draw. Fine, Finality gets a bit worse once they have Lava Coil in their deck. Just because I'm British doesn't mean I can make up words. It's true. I think this looks pretty good. I'm like pretty iffy on this Vraska. The Vraska seems like rough on the draw, honestly. Being able to answer Chain Whirler is nice. Maybe the Vraska is just bad. She just gained life too, but... So she can either be the Thought Erasure back in the deck, or I could bring in a 4th Hostage Shaker, which is also just like kind of slow and derpy on the draw. Yeah, maybe Duress is strictly better than Erasure, that's fair. We're pretty good at like blocking and answering the creatures, and we mainly just want to protect our Wildgrowth Walker, right? I think I agree with that. I'm just going to see what it's like if we have all the Duresses in the deck, and see how that plays. I'm not sure if it's good or not, but protecting Wildgrowth Walker is strong. Just getting to do something mana efficient in the early turns. This is probably a keep. It's not terribly exciting, but removal spell, some blockers. Ooh, hey there, friend. Unhappy keeps are also keeps. Yike. Was this the classic turn 2, light up the stage, missed land drop? No! Alright. Cast your divinations, I guess. So if I kill the Lava Runner, they don't get to cast this Wizard's Lightning, but they do get to land a Steamkin, that we don't have a removal spell for. I'm really bad at drawing lands, yeah, it's my worst skill. I guess this saves me like 5 life. It's a bit concerning because I don't really have an answer to the Steamkin currently, but I'm glad there's something good about the situation, man. Hey. I worry that if I play this, it's just gonna die. So yes, I'm gonna play the Merfolk Branchwalker instead. No, go away. I like you, Hydroid Krasis, but not right now. Not at this exact point in time. My friend. Third, light up the stage, yep. Such a chonky jelly boy. I can say I've never heard Krasis referred to in that way before. If we draw a green source next turn, might actually be able to get out of this. I would imagine so. I would imagine drawing lands make the deck look better. Don't chain wall me. Alright. Kind of just want to stop 4 damage before they can like draw towards a chain waller. Also stops them making Steamkin mana too easily. Wow. Did my opponent not expect me to block or something? Alright. Yep. Sure, there's a way you could have dealt 4 damage instead of 3 just then. Can't think what it would have been though. I mean, we're still miles behind, but that draw has been incredible. We've just been drawing so many cards off these light up the stages. It's been lining up very well. Alright. Opponent is doing some mere plays. TBH. It's not quite how I describe those plays. Alright, plan is 3/3 blocks 2/2. We go to 1. We kill Tybalt. We cast both of these. They need to have literal nothing. Sure. opponent did in fact have not literal nothing. So close. It's not quite how I'd describe it. Why is there a Branchwalker in our sideboard? Did I misclick on this Thought Erasure? Cool. They had literal anything, I know, right? So improbable. Maybe this is too many Viviens. I don't know. Let's try drawing our lands. Would be nice. We have like 26 lands in this deck, I think. 25 or 26. First. Sure. So I can see if the way is clear for my Walker of the Wildgrowth. Jeez, this hand. So Strike kills the Wildgrowth. Tibalt functionally kills the Wildgrowth. Frenzy is its own unique type of problem. I don't really want to put an instant in the yard. This Lava Runner. I feel like I have to take one of the bigger spells. I feel like, I guess they have to draw lands to hit Frenzy, but I feel like all the other spells are kind of beatable. Whereas, like, we have to hit running lands for, like, several turns to have our answer for Frenzy online. And I'm actually just not going to cast this Wildgrowth Walker, because it's only going to get Lightning Struck if I do. Which, you know, helps them get towards Lava Runner, being 2 power. Alright. That's pretty good. Yes. It would suggest that. I guess I'm just gonna kill this Lava Runner. It's not like an exciting thing to use the Cruelty on. I kinda want to stem the bleeding a bit. And they're probably casting Tibalt this turn anyway. That's not bad. That kills a Devil Token. Makes a decent blocker. And then next turn we can cast a Krasis, maybe? I kinda like this. Just like having the blocker down for the next Devil Token. Stalling out the ground a bit. It's like a pretty mopey thing for them to use their Lightning Strike on to clear the way. Okay, now they could use the Catcher and the Shock, I guess, but that's fine. We run 20 Ugin sources. We don't get to gain our life, but we do get it 2-4. So yes, I'm just doing this. And these like dig equally as well as each other towards the next land drop anyway. Jeez. I just really want to hit my land drop next turn. Feel like I need to build towards this Ugin. The Momir is a little bit grim, I'm not gonna lie. I just block and force them to use a strike on the Walker. The other option is if I take 3, I can attack both at Tibalt. Try and get Tibalt off the board so I can start gaining life again. I kind of want to use the strike on this, and then the Krasis can pressure the Tibalt next turn. Good point, Marcus. Thank you for pointing that out. Appreciate you. I'm going to attack the Tibalt. So either we get the Devil off the board, or we get to gain a life. Sick. You just gotta realize what planeswalkers go in the trash can. Yeah, there are some stinkers. Some really good ones too. Teferi is just like bursted in that format. As in most formats, I guess. Start ticking up Ugin. I kinda want to hold back. I've got this Ugin ticking up. I could pressure them, but I just want to protect my Ugin. Then next time we could even like blow up Tibalt, get some Wildgrowth Walker triggers if this ends up dying. Keep plussing Ugin if we don't get the Branchwalker into hand. Alright, fresh Tibbers. Sure. Krasis now just takes this off the board, which is really nice. Oh boy. Alright, I think we're gonna win this game, people. I think we might win this one. How much better is this Ugin than that Liliana? The fact that this can just blow up an Experimental Frenzy is absurd. I really want to start gaining life, but then I can't minus on Frenzy. Blessing is like kinda nice. It's not like we need to gain life right now. I'm just gonna hold the Branchwalker for if we get this Tibalt auto play at some point. Ooh. Alright. This is great. Plus my Ugin. Contempt your Tibbers. And then we can start gaining life. I think we're gonna win this. Duress can go to the graveyard, please. I could have left it on top for the Ugin. It's not really a card I want to draw off the Ugin, though. And I kind of want to attack with this Wildgrowth Walker. We're on like 1,000,000 life anyway. If we take the Chain Whirler out in combat, suddenly the rest of our creatures can start attacking. The other option is I just start attacking with these. Give me something nice, opponent. I have Frenzy covered in many ways, yeah. I could take plays at random and probably win this if we're being honest. Hey, Garacito. Hey, Fresh Prince. See you, Selene. Thanks for hanging out. I'm just going to restart Arena a minute. It started lagging a bit. Sometimes it needs a quick restart. This deck seemed like pretty good against Mono Red in those games. The game we lost was just due to like stumbling on mana forever. Full screen, indeed. Just taking the screen away from MTGA whilst it's off. Oh my god, man. Yeah, those head pats are very well deserved. Alright, it should run a bit more smoothly now. Aw, thanks, Ego. I'm really fortunate that it actually works out pretty well. Yeah, for sure, Avery. It happens. Just like, you know, it's magic. Shrug and move on when it does. Alright, we'll play first. This looks like a different deck. Also looks... it's probably a mulligan. If one of these made green mana, I'd be kind of into it. Just have so many cards we can't draw or cast if we draw them. His hand is something else. Alright. This is quite a bit better. I'm really unconvinced by this Plaguecrafter. Unplayable Aaron Pile is the full name. It's better this way. Aww, awesome! I'm glad you came to check this place out, Avery. It's nice to have you here. Steph's stream is amazing. Steph runs like one of my favorite streams on Twitch. Also, you know, Steph is pretty amazing herself. Plaguecrafter seems gas versus all the Planeswalker decks around. I'm not even like 100% that that's the case. Most of those Planeswalker decks get their like value up front, and then you end up just getting rid of some like less relevant small creature. You get rid of a Planeswalker that's already used its ability. Ooh, Tyrant Scorn is nice. I think I just want to keep removal spells against my opponent's deck. Okay. What are you accusing me of, Mare? There's a Steel Leaf Champion over there. I'm worried if I Contempt it, they're just gonna like play a Nissa or something. Maybe I should just Tyrant Scorn it instead. And then swing with my Jadelight. I guess I can swing with the Jadelight first. Is this where your head is meant to be patted, Vivi? I'm pretty sure this is like the appropriate moment for such an action. Review for the top tier MTG, stay for the wholesome, heartwarming gay content. Heartwarming gay content is honestly just the most important content. TBH. Alright, I'm just gonna cast this now. If I wait any longer on it, they might play like a Llanowar Elf or something. Whereas now we get Get a big, chunky creature instead. But it really tilts me out. My heart hands don't feel like they show up super well on this camera. Do they have a Frilled Mystic? That'd be rude. I'm like a bit worried about Frilled Mystic. No! No! Ah! Ah! Your very, very cool stream guest for tomorrow. Who's your very cool stream guest for tomorrow, Dokamoy? Fire off this Branchy. Alright, now we can use this land to get back a Jadelight Ranger for next turn. Seems pretty good. We have a 4/6 to block their 5/5. Wait, Cass is going to be on your stream, Dokamoy? I didn't realise that. Might actually have to watch some of it now. I really don't want to lose the Departed deckhand. I guess that is the world we're currently in. I'm not like 100% sure how the Steel Leaf Champion deck reliably casts its Frilled Mystics, but we're certainly dying to it. I would watch your stream anyway, right? We're dead to land, right? Certainly a life to live. Love that self-promo. Dokamoy's a friend of the stream. I don't really mind. Kill this Departed deckhand now, which is nice. Damn, I just described Dokamoy as a friend of the stream. What is happening? When did I become like this? Alright, kill your Departed deckhand. Please don't draw another copy of that card. I should probably try and start killing my opponent at some point soon. In case they draw like a bunch of deckhands. The stream is pretty heckin' wholesome. I'm a fan. So what cards are bad against a mono green? The Plaguecrafter was actually kind of gassed there, but I think it's normally gonna be kind of mediocre. Obviously, the Explorer package is awesome. Wouldn't mind cutting like a piece of top end. At least. I just don't know what other cards are bad. I guess the Thought Erasures go dead pretty quickly. Maybe we could trim on these. Plaguecrafter is going to be worse on the draw too, that's true. Maybe it's just like not terribly impressive, and then we can cut a fine Finality. Finality side is like quite good if we get to it, though. I'm just going to go down to the Thought Erasure. I think, like, most of our other cards are pretty decent. Our 2-drops play well in the matchup, so it's not like we need Thought Erasure too much. Interesting. Ooh, this hand is pretty nice. We have the turn 2 removal spell. Hostage Taker on 4. We need to draw something to do in the interim, but just like all we want against our opponent's deck is a bunch of removal spells. Take out the best creatures. Oh no, Ego. That's so heartbreaking. Oh, that's how they cast Frilled Mystic. That's really smart. I did not know that. I'm just going to pass the turn. Try and use this cast down on a Steel Leaf. Awkward Hinterland Harbor. Oh, we'll happily cast down that one instead. That one is obnoxious. And then Jadelight blocks the Branchwalker anyway. Graveyard. Find our free value. I'll block. Don't think that I won't. Jeez, Finality is just so good in this matchup. So I'm casting this Hostage Taker. I don't know what I'm taking hostage. The Pel Collector gets like the scariest long term. Whereas like Branchwalker is the card that is best for us. Because we get an Explore trigger. And deckhand just gets to attack as much as they want. I'm just going to take the deckhand. Everything else we can kind of block and brawl with normally. No worries, Ego. That is one steely boy. Pumps up the Pel Collector too. I kind of want to take this hit because the Hostage Taker and Deckhand both trade so nicely for the Branchwalker. Oh, that makes sense, Vivi. Maybe you're right about that. The Pel Collector does look pretty good in that regard. Honestly, like, super unsure whether to block here or not. This is, like, fine to block. Keeps my life total high. Alright. Would like to get this nonsense off of the board, please. And we have a clean double block. I'm doing great, Ilio. Having a real nice chill stream today. This deck is actually pretty fun to play. Which I guess isn't strict upside, because it means I might accidentally register it for something, but... seems good. So obviously I could have attacked before doing this. But if they had a counter spell, I'd want to have the deck hand back to block. And I don't think getting in the 2 damage is too relevant, so... That was nice. 2-0 with this unplayable Aaron pile so far. Pretty great, TBH. I'm going to play for about 1 more hour. So we'll get in a few more matches. Oh, I never actually updated Stream Decker. I guess it's not the end of the world. This is pretty much the worst 7 we could keep. But it is a 7 we're going to keep. Like, hitting our land drops is just really important with this deck because of Krasis and Finality. So it's kind of hard to ship 5 landers as long as they have like some decent early game. Alright. Opponent doing something over there. Might be about to Teferi us. Ooh, they're on 4-color Dreadhorde. 4-color Dreadhorde is a terrifying Magic the Gathering deck. Huh? That sounds adorable, Leo. Alright. Teferi. Teferi's so rude. No! My creatures. Yeah, it's rough, Sakrasta. It doesn't feel great. Like, I don't really, like, casting this Plaguecrafter feels so mopey, but I'm not sure what else I'm meant to do. I did not see that, Leo. I don't really tend to check Twitter very much when I'm streaming, since this takes up a lot of my attention. Alright, well we got the Teferi off the board, which is a relief. Okay. I thought a lot of people would cut Narset, because she's kind of hard to cast. I guess they're on like a slightly older list, because they still have lots of Teferis too. Big Teferi. Cool. So we do get to board an Unmoored Ego post board, but I'm just not even sure if it's good. Like the card Command the Dreadhorde is particularly problematic, but I feel like you Unmoored Ego their commands and then get outvalued by Planeswalkers, potentially. Which I guess has always been the story of Unmoored Ego. Ugin's good. Alright, keep plussing my Viv. Find this Branchwalker. That's amusing, Elio. I kind of want to play Ugin and plus. Just like uses my mana the best way possible this time. Makes a blocker for the Jadelight. I guess they could minus their Vraska and play an explore creature now though. And then they get to kill my Ugin. Don't do it. Don't do it, opponent. That's somehow worse than what I was telling them not to do. Somehow we found a worse timeline. Tristani is your girlfriend. Isn't Tristani like lots of people? Tristani is your polycule? Oh, I haven't uploaded the deck list yet. I'll probably do it after this match. Alright. Tristani is 3 Dryads. I feel like they're canonically connected, but I'm not the best at knowing flavor stuff. Kind of feels like opponents just doing what we're doing, but better. Especially with Narset to shut down our Krasis. So I could Tyrant's Scorn the Jadelight, and then my 5/7s can get in some attacks. Which I guess is the plan. Obviously, I'm dead to a Command the Dreadhorde. I can't really do much about that, though. So Tristani is the Guildmaster of the Selesnya Conclave on Ravnica, and Speaker for Matt Selesnya. She is a fusion of 3 Dryads. Each of the 3 heads represents a Selesnyan value: order, life, and harmony. Apologies for like the noise outside. It's starting to get a bit warmer, which is I'm very thankful for. Does mean keeping the windows open though. Alright. Could just cast my Branchwalker. I don't get the Explore trigger then. I don't think this body is attacking them next turn anyway. So I guess I just pass the turn. Do I live in a police stadium? No, worse, I live in London. So they can minus Vraska on one of these. They're looking at the graveyard. That's a bit concerning, to be completely honest. Yike. We'd be kind of doing okay, if not for Command the Dreadhorde specifically. Yeah, it's a hell of a magic card, Nuclear. I guess I could probably consider scooping now. Ah, that makes sense here. They want to like handle issues different ways. Hence them being discordant. Jeez, there's like a million cards I want to board in here. Huh. I guess Find Finality is not great. Plaguecrafter honestly seems just really bad to me in general. I think Plaguecrafter is like a relic of a time gone by. It's like you kind of need to be able to answer their Wildgrowth Walkers to kill them. I feel Unmoored Ego is probably just bad. Hostage Taker is probably just better than Cast Down. If that's the sort of thing we're looking for. Oh, that makes sense, JD. All three of them have like very different values. Frilled Mystic and Negate could be good, except they have Teferi in their deck. And like, I'm already kind of maxed out on cards I want to bring in anyway. I'm gonna try this. One wants to cooperate with the other guilds, another one distrusts them. Right, if we draw a green source, this hand is like quite good, so I guess I'm gonna keep. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Teferi was printed at the rate that he is. He seems less like that little bit too pushed, you know? On that note. Vraska is actually just like really good against us as well. It's part of the issue here. But come on, green source. Please. Thank you. Even a Guildgate. We get to continue playing Guildgate Tribal. Yeah, Teferi 5 is just like very good on rate, right? Whereas like Teferi 3 actively forces you to play the game in a different way. And build your decks in a different way. Like, Teferi 5 is like, you know, in principle very similar to a lot of the other Planeswalker designs of recent years. Like, you look at like Nixilis Reignited or whatever. It's like, happens to be at an absurdly good rate because of the fact you get the untapped mana, but is essentially the same sort of thing. I'm actually going to do something weird. I'm going to Contempt this Ranger just because I want to take this Vraska off the board. And the Ranger's like brick walling my Branchwalker really well. We have the Elder spell for Planeswalkers later anyway, so I think this is pretty good. Contempt honestly looking like pretty nice there. If it was an Elder spell or a creature kill spell instead, it would have lost a lot of the versatility that it had. The fact we could like have a kill spell for their creature, that could also hit a Planeswalker in the games that are about Planeswalkers. I don't know, I think people are like a bit too off Contempt. But you missed Chi on streams. Chion was one of my favourite streamers. He was very, very good at what he did. Ooh, Vivien also very, very good at what she does. They have an Elder Spell in hand, but she's going to replace herself, worst case scenario. So, I think this is decent. I feel like Teferi is a reaction to Nexus existing. That's certainly possible. Deals well with Wilderness Struck. Yeah, I got to meet Paul at MC Cleveland, because I was like behind stage a lot. He was doing a lot of the coverage stuff. That's really fun. Got to talk with him a bit, say that I loved his stream. Yeah, Assassin's Trophies felt amazing. I think Assassin's Trophies is like super well positioned at the moment. I agree. Okay. I mean, I get to kill this Teferi now, right? Pressure their life total a bit. If they chump block, then we will probably not cast the Vivien. Trophy Field of Ruin Crucible as a deck. That sort of thing just sounds like kind of nonsense to me, but like, I get it. Right, since they blocked, I'm just going to cast this because I don't want them putting counters on their Teferi when they Elder Spell our Vivien. Now I can even have Memorial up to get back my Jadelight. You've been playing the Golgari deck with Trophy and Field and it demolishes the Dreadhorde decks. I feel that means Dreadhold's are just meant to build its mana base differently. I feel like if it's demolishing the Dreadhorde decks, that's the fault of the people who are building the Dreadhorde decks, but okay. Like to get back my Jadelight Ranger, please. So they pay 6 life for a Vraska and a 1/3. You know, whatever. This is kind of fine, honestly. Woo! This is also kind of fine. Aw, thank you, Whiskey. Appreciate you. Alright, make my Vivien emblem. Attack. Vivien plus Elder Spell is something. Yike. Who needs Teferi emblems anyway? Got our Vivien emblems over here. Damn. This card is so much better in this deck than I thought it was. It's just absurd with Vivien. Just combo killed my opponent. They literally had an Elder Spell in their hand and they died to my Vivien emblem. What is this world? Oh, Hostage Take is real rough against Tristani. Whatever. Fine. I guess let's bring back in a Seekers Squire. It attacks and blocks well. Stream Decker is not updated. I will update it properly after this round. Sorry about that. I keep saying that and then jumping into the next round about updating it. But being called Vivien is confusing in this matter. You're Vivi, and my Planeswalker friend is Vivien. I'm just going to fire this off because I'm not going to have a chance to cast it for a few turns anyway. Well, we're just going to take the Tamiyo, I guess. Are they not playing Beacon? Is that why their mana is functional? I don't feel like we've seen a Beacon in any of these games. Part of the problem I was having with that deck was I was just like unable to cast my spells some games. That's a fair point, Dockmoy. It's also a good sideboard card against Nexus decks, which is relevant. You need counter spells against Nexus of Fate. Thought Erasure. I'm actually kind of into that, I think. And they're gonna play a Tamiyo next turn. I'm gonna look real silly, but you know, until such a point. Tamiyo me uwu. Alright, deal. Reset my Wildgrowth Walker. Attacking with the Jadelight. Interesting. I think I'll just say no blocks. Because then, if they don't hit their land drop this turn, I have the option of just Contempting Branchwalker and attacking down that Teferi. Right, well, I really don't want them resolving big Teferi is the problem, so I guess now that is not a line. Yeah, I just have to take the big Teferi from their hand. And cast my Wildgrowth Walker. Oh my god. Tamiyo. Fine. Just like, obviously taking the Eternal Witness. Because it's only going to get back the Teferi anyway. This is a bit of a problem. I kind of have to attack to force this trade. Because otherwise the Teferi can come down and minus on Jadelight Ranger, and then I just like can't block their 7 power of creatures. It's like really awkward when I know I'm going to be spending next turn Contempting Teferi. So we kind of got punished for not blocking the Jadelight Ranger. And like taking the trade last time. Could currently be on 5 more health if we had. Which is a lot more wiggle room. Yeet. Aha. So they want to select their planeswalkers by attacking this. That makes sense. This is a tough spot. I think I just have to Contempt their Teferi. And just hope that whatever they draw next turn isn't that good. Just can't really afford to let them untap with Howling Mine for multiple turns. This is so awkward. If I had that 5 extra life, I think I would have a chance this game. But now I just die, right? Because I can Vivien plus, but I can't make a blocker for their 5 power. Or I can Wildgrowth Walker, but then they get to bounce it. Oh, Hostage Taker's bad because of Teferi. That's a good point. That's another reason to board out some Hostage Takers. I didn't consider that. Ooh, I said I'd update the deck list. I remembered. I remembered for once. Export. Let's play another round or two. I'm enjoying this. This deck is like... felt better than I was expecting. Unplayable Aaron Pile. There we go. Submit deck list. And set as current. Look at that accurate deck name. The old Sacred Foundry goes. They're on Jeskai Walkers. They have a shock in hand. Ooh, this is a nice draw. We know they have shock in hand, so I'm just going to Thought Erasure. Hope that they don't have Spell Pierce. Try and take their Narset. Yike. We are encountering some problems right now. Slight turbulence. Stop. Narset time. Okay. What's double blue? Why would they need to shock themselves? I actually can't figure this one out. Anyway. Maybe they have like a shock and a veto in hand or something. Or opt. That makes sense. Absorb is double blue, but no one's playing it at the moment. Because it's just so bad against Teferi. Bye bye Krasis, you will be missed. This Thought Erasure is about to be real dead. Yeah. Find another Narset. Okay. Spell Pierce. So I take this Narset. I'm worried if I don't get that take that Spell Pierce, it's gonna get me at some point. I can feel it coming. You actually have 2 creatures in our yard. Right. No. Well, I'm looking forward to having some older spells in my deck. I'll say that much. I still need to actually play the Jeskai Walkers deck at some point soon. I'm still not really sure how I feel about that deck. Because, like, it feels like kind of a metagamey deck where you like lean pretty hard on Deafening Clarion, and creatures that outsize Deafening Clarion or like have haste or whatever start to become pretty problematic. But I don't know if that's actually how things play out in practice. I'm gonna try bringing these in. I just think this Plaguecrafter looks like kind of bad, especially against Saheeli. I've been playing the Jeskai deck all weekend, it feels really good. I might actually play that one tomorrow, get in some reps with it. Like, it's among the decks I've not actually touched yet. Just played against a lot. I've certainly lost to it a lot though. I feel like I've lost to it more than most decks by this point. It makes sense, Brinks. I kind of just want to do this, but I also don't want to get this around like Spell Pierce and stuff. I guess getting this around Spell Pierce is nice. Or Dovin's Veto. Okay. So they get to start playing free drops on turn 3. Dovin's Veto doesn't matter. Lyra kind of doesn't matter, I think. So it's like Narset or Warboss. We're gonna have a Branchwalker down that pressures the Narset pretty well. We're actually just not well equipped to deal with this Warboss, weirdly. Even though I feel like the card should like typically not be very good against us. Right, they have Veto up. Sure. Hitting a land means we don't get to outright kill the Narset, but we still do get to attack it. Aww, Mr. Wilson UK. Thank you so much for that 2-month free sub. It means a lot to me. Thank you for the continued support, Mr. Wilson. Really appreciate it. Seekers Squire, powerful magic happening over here. Vivien, also powerful magic. Vivien's kind of perfect. Deals with this Lyra and this Prism Realm. Okay, sure, resolves. That's a Lyra that we can blow up with Vivien. Is they're just hoping we don't have the land? Spoiler, we have the land. Now I guess they get to Prison Realm my Vivien now, but we still get this Lyra out the way. You have entered play, Vivi. I kind of want to kill this because I have this Krasis in hand. Maybe I'm spewing 2 damage here. A Lily Boop. Boop your Vivien. Aw. That emote is still just the most adorable thing in the world to me. Exciting. Now they have Veto up, which I don't really care about. Ooh, a Krasis, huh? You also take Wildgrowth Walker. Something, Vivi might not mind the Prison Realm. Something. Oh my gosh. Krasis is like real nice. You are gonna land an Arset at some point. I also kind of want to like play both of these to protect my Vivien. Force them to use the Prison Realm. Do I like mono red? No, I think the deck's pretty bad at the moment. I think people have adapted to mono red pretty well. Makes the deck not terribly good as a result. So they're only going to make one token. I can probably attack for 2 here. It's kind of greedy. They're facing each other, they are, Cass. That's incredible. Oh, our community is amazing, Ego. I'm very, very happy for the community, about the community I have here. So they're going to pass the turn, have Veto up for my Ugin, and then I'm going to cast a Hydroid Krasis, and it's going to be great. What's my opinion on the best deck in Standard right now? I wish I knew the answer to that. Check back with me in like a week's time. If I knew the answer to that question, my life would be a lot easier. Duress is nice. Alright, keep swinging. Probably get even more feisty than this. Just like killing my opponent a million different ways here. Decks that have impressed me the most so far, probably 4-color Dreadhorde. I've been like pretty impressed by Jeskai playing against it, but I think it's also pretty exploitable. I'm not really sure beyond that. There's a time period when I was really impressed by Phoenix, but I'm kind of off it. They have Warboss and Lyra. I think Warboss is just bad though. Warboss looked terrible that game, right? It looked awful. Vivien blows up Lyra really well. So I just don't know that those cards matter. I think on the draw, Frilled Mystic is pretty bad against Teferi though. So I'm going to take Frilled Mystic out. And not sure what I bring in. I guess this is good against Deafening Clarion and against the Detention Sphere effect, Oblivion Ring effect, Prison Realm, Vivi's favourite place. Isn't that Unmoored Ego? Unmoored Ego is also the card they always bring in. I'm not convinced this hand is even good. You can kill Planeswalkers, I guess. We don't have any early pressure. I guess I'm gonna keep, but I'm pretty iffy on it. I think it's a lot worse than it looks. Alright, Merfolk Branchwalker was the literal best draw, never mind, hand's great. Hand's great, never thought otherwise. Sarkhan's scarier, but we have this negate for the Sarkhan later. Graveyard. Not right now, Krasis. Oh, well, they can't even cast Clarion. Jeez. Did not notice that. Yes, Interplanar Beacon does have a cost associated with it. What about Selesnya tokens? I've hardly seen Selesnya tokens. Part of me thinks it could be like okay positioned. It's pretty rough against all the Wrath of Gods in the format right now. That's like solid game against Mono Red though. I'm assuming it's like pretty good at ignoring Teferi Time Raveler. I don't know. Teferi Time Raveler makes your whole like end of turn March of the Multitude shenanigans worse. They have Doman's Veto up for my Vraska. I guess I have Negate up for the Sarkhan though. I'm just gonna kill them with my Delver of Secrets. Not even sure it would have mattered if they'd resolved the Sarkhan. Vraska would come down, kill the dragon, and then I'd kill the Sarkhan. Maybe it just didn't matter. Do I still play Mono Blue? Yeah, I play that occasionally on stream. I think the deck's still like pretty reasonable. Enjoy it a lot. Oh, they don't have red. Good point, Nuclear. I guess I'm just casting my Jadelight Ranger then. Try and hit an untapped land to have Negate up anyway. The dream. Graveyard. Ooh, thank you so much for that donation, Morgan Corn. Morgan Corn says, thank you for your amazing content and letting us enjoy your delightful personality. I really, really appreciate that donation, Morgan Corn. It means a lot to me. If I get some love in chat for the donation. Okay, we drew a breeding pool, which is nice. They're almost at the point of being able to cast Sarkhan with Veto backup, though. So I think I'm just going to cast a Krasis. Then accept that I'm tapping out and they're going to resolve a Sarkhan, but like, we can try and weather that storm. Why don't I like mono red aggro? I think there are a lot of decks in the meta that are now just very prepared for it. I think the Jeskai deck is really good against it. I think a bunch of like the bug decks that are cropping up are pretty good against it. Even decks that like previously had sketchy matchups against it are finding good technology in the matchups. Just like, I feel like a lot of decks have figured out how to fight mono red. Just made the deck worse. I also just like dislike how mono red is built, but that's a whole nother matter. Interesting. I don't want to take the Sarkhan. Teferi just like draws a card if it resolves. Which is whatever. Vivien is nice. Alright. Aw, I'm glad you all enjoyed the Twitter thread. It's been like frustrating me for a while. I played a bunch of Mono Red over the weekend and it was just frustrating me. How it's built and designed. Wow, this is beautiful. Please don't have Spell Pierce. Yes. Heckin' nice. Everything about this, just so wholesome and great. Cast my Vivien, plus my Vivien. They're gonna Prison Realm it, we're gonna Vraska the Prison Realm. Just, you know, dreams coming true over here. I'm really tempted to take a land, because then if they go Prison Realm your Vivien, play a 3-drop Walker, we can go Vraska, kill the Prison Realm, Elder Spell, Ultimate our Vivien. And, like, the land's fine, because we have this Memorial. So it's not even like the land is, like, you know, that bad a choice. Yeah, this is nice. Aw. Awesome. That makes me so happy to hear, Meganomania. I'm glad it's working out for you. That's great. Oh my god. We're gonna ultimate a Vivien. We're gonna ultimate a Vivien, people. I guess then we have to not die, but we do have a second Elder Spell. Kill the Prison Realm. I don't know if this is actually good, but this is clearly the line we're gonna take. Regardless. Regardless of whether it's good or not. Vivien Emblem. Go. Alright, now we just need to not die. This is the least board impacting Vivol you've ever seen. Yike, that's a good one. Please plus. They plussed. Oh my god, they plussed their Teferi. That's so good for us. Right? Now we just take everything. Yeah, now we need creatures. We'll find them. There are creatures in this deck somewhere. Yeah, we can get creatures later with this Memorial. No! Okay, they drew a land, that's good. Okay. What's the best thing we can get back? Like a Jadelight Ranger or a small Krasis? We can Krasis for a 4/4 draw a card. The old mana 4/4 draw a card. And they banned Rogue Refiner. Yeah, that's fine, Robo. You're allowed to disagree. Like, Teferi, the ever-returning bugger. Yeah. Are we actually gonna lose this after the Vivien ult? It's kind of brutal. At least I get to redraw this Krasis next turn. Yeah, their top decks are very good, it's true. We didn't have any creatures at the time. Like, this is definitely a foreseeable outcome, but... still kind of wild, regardless. Don't cast Narset. Okay. So, we can draw... 3 cards. Oh, I shouldn't... I guess they knew we were drawing this anyway, right? Yeah. Okay, have my 8/8 in play. Kill your Teferi. This card has Trample. Opponent's sleeves are powerful. The old shame concede. I'll take it. Oh. If we minus Viv on the servo, they animate their land and kill the Viv. Right? Maybe she'd have enough loyalty to live through that. I'm not sure. That was sweet. That was a sweet game. Jeez. I think I'm actually going to call that a night. I got a bunch... Oh wow, we got the Emerald. Correction, I guess we're staying on a bit longer then. I guess we're staying on a bit longer. Thank you so much for that raid, Emma. I appreciate you. Appreciate you sending your viewers our way. We're just literally about to sign off, but... Also check out the awesome deck name, Emma. The deck name is strong. Get better at wrapping up fast, Pumpkin. That's what they all say. What's the deck name? Look above. Unplayable Aaron pile. Apparently you criticized Aaron about this deck a lot at SCG. So I am reliably informed. Ooh, I would like a hostage taker. Aw, thank you so much for those cheers, Blush Brush. Really appreciate that. Means a lot to me. Thank you. You did have some strong critiques directed at Aaron. Honestly, the deck has felt surprisingly decent. But we are also in like the low 1000s ranks, so you know, interpret that as you will. I kinda just want to block and force them to spend their turn activating this. I don't know. I could cast my follow-up Jadelight, be ahead on board. Like, they get to draw a Growth Chamber Guardian, but we've traded our 3 mana for their 5. And get to be the first one on board. Aw, love you too, Emma. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you have a great rest of your day, too. Okay. These lands are really nice draws. I mean, we don't have to fire up the Krasis for a while. Oh my gosh. So many Growth Chamber Guardians. the idea of just minusing on one. Then if they want to attack down the Vraska, they either have to bounce the Jadelight Ranger, or pump the Guardian, in which case, when we block, in which case I'd be pretty happy with that, because it's just like taking up most of their turn, and then we get to hostage take it. Sultai does what Bant can't. This is a yikes. Hostage take it sucks against Nixilis. Just never get to play the things. At least we got to get this out of the way. Thought Erasure. I really wanted to cast a big Krasis this turn, but Thought Erasure plus take your 3/3. It's not terrible. Try and set up this Krasis to take down the Nissa. Make sure they don't have a Krasis of their own. Jesus. Losing to Bant is the worst thing in the world. Every time I play the deck it feels so mopey, but here we are. I guess I want this. I can like use it to clear up like the deputy and such later. On the finality mode, it's like a bit worse because my opponent's gonna know about it, but actually I wonder, was I just meant to make a Krasis for 2? Knowing what their hand is? Force them to like spend their turn on the deputy maybe? Means like we're in like a better position to pressure the Nissa getting this out of the way. Bant is great when their mana works and their mana dorks don't die. I mean, everyone hasn't had a mana dork this game. I guess their mana has been pretty functional though. To be fair, if mono red's on the down tick, that makes Bant a bit better. Part of the problem I was finding with that deck when I was playing it was it just like sucked against mono red. I think mono red should trend downwards. So at least a little bit, after like the poor results it had at the Magic qualifier weekend. Enemy you. Why did you jump to the opponent's side, Vivi? Why would you do this to us? And betray us like this? I thought you were my friend. And yet here you are. Comes the deputy to take my Krasis. So this makes them indestructible, right? Yep. Alright. So I guess the plan is try and get this Frilled Mystic out of their hand so we can cast a big Finality. Oh, my heart. My heart can't cope with the wholesomeness in chat right now. It's amazing. I guess I'm just casting another Krasis for 4. I don't really want to max out the Krasis. So I feel like I need to cast this Branchwalker after it to not die if they counter this. Oh wow. Watery Erasure is nice. Getting this Krasis out of the way if they don't cast it there. Okay. I have a blocker to buy some time. This Nissa has just been incredible. Maybe Assassin's Trophy is just like the truth. Just have 4 Assassin's Trophies, so whenever your opponent goes turn 5 Nissa, you can actually answer her immediately. She's kind of like a... Like, the problem with Vivien was she would always tick up to 6 loyalty on the turn she came in, which was terrifying, but Nissa has the additional problem that she also just makes blockers whilst going up to 6 loyalty. It's just so hard to actually meaningfully attack her. Hey Donut, I'm doing great. I'm having a really good day. Really nice stream too. It's been very chill. So I can block 2 4/4s, and I take 7, 8, 9, 11? But then Finality leaves the Shalai alive, so I end up dying regardless. Alright. How do I want to board against ban? I'm always really bad at knowing how to board against ban, because it feels like it attacks in a lot of different angles, which is part of the strength of the deck. Plaguecrafter seems poor though. It's like you need powerful top end to battle against their powerful top end, but then you leave yourself like really weak against Frilled Mystic with your like expensive 5 and 6 drops. Aw, Claymore, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub. That means a lot to me. Thank you for the support, becoming a Knight of Autumn. Everyone get some love in chat for our new knight. Bring in Unmoored Ego for Frilled Mystic. Powerful stuff. I guess we probably want some small number of Elder Spells. Like, we did just like lose that game to Nissa, right? Essentially. I feel like Hostage Taker might just be bad. It does take their Krasis though, which I'm kind of into. It's really awkward against Teferi specifically. Finale is probably just good. I'm gonna try a Finale over a Fine Finality. I think like the Finality side of this is a bit risky to lean into against Frilled Mystic. And like, the Fine side is fine, but kind of like how Finale just lets you attack Planeswalkers really well. It's not a very exciting hand, but we can always just run out the Krasis as a Rogue Refiner if we need to on turn 4. I'm actually just going to kill that Mana Dork. We're not well equipped to deal with a turn 2 Planeswalker. That deck can have some mana stumbles sometimes without its dorks. Your opponent has drawn 3 Rekindling Phoenix in their top 14 cards. Seems like they just played that game better than you, Dokamoy. TBH. Wow. That is a hand of Magic the Gathering cards right there. Alright, am I gonna Krasis or Hostage Take this Druid? I kind of just want to save the Hostage Take of something powerful, but taking the Druid can like ramp us up to a huge Krasis in 2 turns time. Which seems nice. It's not like we're under much pressure. Grove Chamber Guardian, sure. Obviously, taking this Druid's pretty unexciting if they draw a Teferi, but I think I'm kind of into it outside of that. So this isn't blocking, so it might as well attack. Can't block because they can pump the Grove Chamber Guardian. Huh. What a magic card. Yike. Honestly. I'm doing pretty well, Frogger. Having a good day. Outside of this Akatra. Anyways. I could bounce the Akatra. That sounds so miserable, though. Getting a 5/5 in play at least means I get to pressure them a bit. Dig for some explore creatures. Oof, Catra. Is a Catra the new oof that was printed? Wait, I'm silly. Grove Chamber Guardian means they're guaranteed a creature. I mean, the gods are fine. These gods don't feel too overpowered to me. In the grand scheme of things. Like, ultimately you have to untap with them to get your value, right? Or with a lot of them. This is something. Grove Chamber Guardian's good with a Catra. I guess my 3/5 gets to block the 4/4s, okay. Alright, let's attack with my 5/5. Into 11. Need to, like, find an extra point of damage somewhere along the way, but... Oh yeah, we could bounce, take a Catra. No, that was probably the line. I'm not used to playing with this card. Yeah, that's really sweet. And then the Catra will be out of play. And they just have like a bunch of mopey 4/4s we can block with our 3/5. Yeah. I should have done that. That's actually a really good line. I'm just not used to playing with this card. I haven't actually played 0 games with Esper Midrange. Which is like the main card deck that's playing this card at the moment. So... Oh yeah, they get to put it in their deck, but it would get it off the battlefield, Dokamoy. For a few turns, which is what would have mattered. What, my druid? I'm not sure if I do just want to do the hostage taker line now. Might be a bit late for the hostage taker line. Could also just like bounce the token. I still take 6. Yeah, I'm worried it's just like probably too late for the hostage taker line, but I guess it's where I'm at. If I'd seen this, I think this game would have been pretty close. Oh my gosh, they get 2 4/4s. So we need to draw specifically Finality, right? like to draw Finality and hope they don't have Frilled Mystic. We don't get to play their Akatra, they get to put the Akatra in the deck due to the replacement ability. Also, we're getting Frilled Mystic. Jeez. So this game would have been a lot closer if I'd seen the bounce hostage taker line. I don't know if it would have been enough. I guess it would have probably been enough for the Hydroid Krasis to get there in time. I'm gonna play one more match, then I'm heading off for the evening. Oh my gosh, Paul. Is that actually how that works? If so, that is hilarious. Alright, one more match, then I'm gonna head off for the evening. This is fine. Opponent's number's 14, playing some Esper pile. I need to give Esper Midrange a proper try at some point. I'm like a bit concerned about it because I feel like, I know like people are reporting its win rate was really low. It also seems like exactly the sort of deck I'd really enjoy playing though. And like even though it's had a low overall win rate, you still see it occasionally take down tournaments regardless. Like BBD was #1 with it for a while. It's kind of confusing, honestly. You see a bunch of like individual people have really good results with it, even though its overall win rate has apparently been kind of bad. The versions that run no Thief of Sanity, yeah, those appeal to me more. For sure. Yeah, it won the Saturday MCQ. I've heard about it just winning a bunch of tournaments, even though apparently its win rate is like low. Its like win percentage is low. It's really confusing. Sure. That was a 1-4-1, in fact. And now we got a 2 for him. That one's fine. I'm not terribly excited about it, honestly. It just like overcommits us into another Khazaraf. Isn't a Hydroid Krasis. Can you get a ferocious Mind Clone? Is this normal Esper control? Maybe. You really love the new emotes? Awesome, Donut. I'm glad you like them. I'm a big fan of them. Look at this not suspicious in the slightest attack. The head pat one is the best one. The head pat one makes me happy. Oh no, my Merfolk Branchwalker, whatever will I do? However will I overcome this sad occurrence? Thing is, I actually want this in the yard. So even though I could sacrifice the Seekers Squire and have a better creature in play, I think I'm still just meant to sacrifice this to itself. So I think getting it in the yard is important, so that I can find it back and memorial it back. The Fairy #2. gonna get Dovin's vetoed? Dovin's veto me, uwu, etc. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It just resolved. How did it just resolve? What is this world we're living in? Where our spells just resolve? Jeez. It's everything I ever wanted. Yep. Thank baby to fairy, yeah. Why did I sack the Plaguecrafter and not the 2-1? Because I wanted the Plaguecrafter in the yard for this memorial. Which, you know, getting pretty punished for right now, but... You want the Plaguecrafter in play so it can't be deferied? That's fair. And because it has free power. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right about that. For sure, Cambo. Yeah. You're 100% correct. So rough. I really don't want to play out another creature into a Kaya's Wrath. So I guess I'm just not going to. I'm worried that this then isn't enough pressure. The Corn of the Tyrant is quite powerful. My Hydroid Krasis. Alright, tomorrow we are only playing decks that contain both Narset and Teferi. Because they're the things I just like seem to lose to with everything. They're also just like the really scary decks to play against where you feel like you get lucky when you beat them. Who'd have thought Legacy playable card should probably be given respect in Standard. Yike. They didn't even get my Branchwalkers in hand value. That would be why. Ooh. Just as I let out the biggest sigh, you're a Vivien Reid. We found Vivi. I don't think I can minus, because then I expose Vivi to Oath of Kaya. Does not actually do anything with a Narset in play. I guess I'm going to keep anyway, because long term we're looking to try and kill this Narset, but... Fairy bouncing Oath of Fire is something. The old 6-man I get a Planeswalker and play Lightning Helix, draw a card. You know, just a good rate, really. Well, they have not got rid of our Vivien yet. That is nice. They're about to reveal an Elder spell. To be clear, I was joking about revealing the Elder spell opponent. You don't have to do that. Don't feel obliged. Uh-huh. Alright. Elder spell me, ooh. I had to resolve a Hydroid Krasis next turn at least. Something. Didn't have to be this way. This was the only possible outcome, Nucleo. We both know that. Oh wait, she has 5 loyalty now? They haven't minus their Nasset? Yike. Opponent's smart, honestly. Certainly smarter than I am right now. Okay. Play my Branchy. Oh, I have a Plaguecrafter in my yard. I forgot about that one. I should probably do that. Sure, I'm glad I drew a land there, otherwise I would not be able to do this. This Plaguecraft has been great. I take back every insult I gave the Plaguecrafter, I take back. Sorry, Plaguecrafter. Didn't mean to be so harsh to you. I know you're trying your best. Because I have a Tyrant Scorn in my hand, Paul. I don't know if you're joking when you're asking that or being serious, but I have a Tyrant Scorn in my hand. So I can bounce the Plaguecrafter. Uh-huh. This is all far more close than I would like. Hey. Alright, I get to kill the Caspina, which is nice. Do I want to just Tyrant Scorn this? Oh, you're... Look at my understanding of humor. Tyrant Scorning this makes my battlefield legitimately terrifying. They then kind of have to draw, like, Wrath into Ugin answer. Smork. S-M-O-R-C. Kill your Casmina. The fact we're winning this game is a little bit absurd. Felt like their deck was doing exactly what it was meant to. Alright. Apparently Plaguecrafter's MVP. That was pretty delightful. I was not expecting to win that one, if I'm being completely honest. Wildgrowth Walker might just be worse than Seekers Squire against the Kaya's Wrath deck. Whereas, like, Wildgrowth Walker's really good against the Deafening Clarion deck. On the draw, Negate and Frilled Mystic feel like they could be a bit awkward. Also wondering if we even need these Contempts in our deck once we have a bunch of, like, Elder spells. I guess the fact they can hit Lyras is pretty nice though. Also wondering about Krasis versus Narset, but let's try this. I think on the play, Negate becomes pretty good. Maybe even on the draw you just like kill Teferis well enough with your mediocre beats that you can have it in just as an answer to Khazraf. But I'm not super confident about that. Beautiful hand. I will keep this. Thought Erasure me. Dare ya. Alright. Well, I did have plans for this turn. I guess I don't exactly have plans for this turn anymore. Casting spells is for losers anyway, so... Thought Erasure is so rude. It's pretty rude. Makes me wonder what I was doing to people back when I got to play like Thought Seize in Mono Black Devotion for a year. I was like, why are people complaining about Thought Seize being in Standard? Turns out I now understand. Many years later. Ooh, this Vraska is going to be decent. Wow, they missed on Narset. What a poor life to have to lead. Roll to 6, miss on my Narset activation, get Flamed Hunkarvued. Could sack a land, but I get another card off my Krasis if I keep it in play. Last season Standard was pretty brutal. Thought Seize is not the most pleasant Magic card ever printed. Wow, that token is so good against our Plaguecrafter. Guess we're just gonna have to force him to Khazraf. I think I can sack a land. I don't know. Having mana to work with is nice. Obviously the mana's nice with Hydroid Krasis, but... The only way to stop a bad person with a Thought Seize is a good person with a Thought Seize. Fight Thought Seize with Thought Seize. Fairy Hero of Dominaria resolves. Why yes, I would like to redraw my Hydroid Krasis. Thank you for asking. This is great. Casting divinations every turn. There are a lot of Krasis around these 5th hearts. Alright, I'm gonna have to discard if I sack a land, so I guess I won't do that. That was a nice game, honestly. Good clean living. So weird you not seeing me not play mono blue. We'll play some mono blue at some point tomorrow, maybe. was playing some Sultai today though. I want to try out Assassin's Trophy, but this list is about pretty nice. Oh no, I'm actually about to head offline. Alas. Literally about to sign off. Perfect timing, I know.